I know that some people think that the Olympics are just about entertainment. And I know that a lot of people think that athletes should just shut up and run. But I think that the Olympics in Beijing is a huge opportunity for more than that. I think being a true Olympian is more than just the accumulation of medals. If athletes are good enough to tell our children to exercise and not eat too much junk food, if they're good enough to espouse the benefits of education, then they should be good enough to tell us to respect the fundamental tenets of human rights. And indeed, within the Olympic Charter, it says that the Olympics are there to foster respect for fundamental human dignity. And for this reason, I think my role going to the Olympics is going to be important. While I'm there, obviously I'm going to do my job broadcasting for British television. But at the same time, I'm going to be blogging and talking about my experiences. And this is not going to be some China-bashing exercise. I think it's really important that we understand that for me, I am in Beijing, in China, to support the Chinese people. My argument, my beef, is with the Chinese authorities. And so while I'm there, I'm going to be blogging, talking about my experiences, hopefully meeting regular Chinese people, athletes, broadcasters, other broadcasters and journalists, to try and get a really well-rounded understanding of what's going on and transmit that picture back to people who'd be interested in reading about it. It's very important that people whose voice can project and be heard, even in a little way, speak up and stand up for those who can't speak. I think issues of freedom of expression, issues of the ability to dissent against what your government says, whether you be British, American or Chinese, is invaluable. It's so important. That point that we get to when speaking up against policy or actions of your government becomes treason or anti-American or anti-British or anti-Chinese is really, really worrying to me. So I'm really glad to be partnering with Amnesty. It's still not too late for the Chinese authorities to fulfill their promises. The promises they made during the bidding process for the Olympic Games, when they said they would improve their human rights if Beijing and China got the Olympics. I think it's important for us, as we watch the Games, to cast a wider glance. Don't get tunnel vision just looking at the spectacle of the opening and closing ceremonies and the medal ceremonies and the winning and the competition, but cast a wider glance to Beijing and China as a whole. And keep in mind what's going on throughout the entire country. I very much hope you enjoy the Games, the spectacle from beginning to end, and I hope that you keep your mind open to the wider situation. It's Amaechi again. Thank you very much. See you soon.